Alright. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Trey here, back with another video, as always. I hope you guys are having a great holiday, great December, and so on and so forth. No matter what you guys celebrate, I hope it's going good for you. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So as you can see by the title, whether you're here live or after it's already been uploaded, we are going to be checking out the Wintertide Christmas event, and we're also going to be checking out the stores and giving our opinions on some of the things that Respawn's been doing with uh, their updates and things like that. So, without further ado, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment what is your favorite part about Christmas and what's your favorite part about the new Apex event. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. So, starting off, we're going to go straight into the event. You can see we've got this Bangalore Northern Defense banner. It's pretty cool. I do quite enjoy it. And then we have the Ice Queen Hollow Spray, which I mean, great work to the art team on this. Absolutely beautiful. And then we've got Savage Empire for Crypto. Also a pretty nice banger. Great work, by the way, art team. Under My Protection, also great. This one's pretty good too. Beast Mode. Blizzards and Blossoms. Honestly, it's quite a really nice banner frame, in my opinion. I actually really like it. Now we move on. You Cannot Stop the Cold. Amazing artwork. Now we're getting onto skins. This is Below Zero for Horizon, purple skin. Um, it is quite nice, I'll give it that, but I feel like it's a bit of a letdown. But what can we say? Same thing with the Maggie skin. I have already checked out a lot of these, and I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's cool how she has the little rainbow kind of going through, as you can see on her wrecking ball, her two like little grenades, I think that is, on her little pouch right there. You can see dangle, and all this cool stuff. She's got a lot of cool rainbow stuff going on, but I mean, besides that, it doesn't really have anything going for it. It's a pretty base um, Maggie skin. And I don't know. I don't even really see this being a purple in my opinion. I could probably see this as like a gray or a blue, but that's EA for you. And now we're moving on to the Mirage Frostwalker. This is also pretty nice skin. As you can see here, the cinder right here glows. And so does his belt around his knees, which is actually quite, quite good for attention to detail, even on the little cloning pads he has here. That's actually really cool. And I like his glowing eyes, so I'd give this skin like a solid maybe 5 or 6. Um, Honestly, it's pretty nice. I do quite like it, but it's probably one of the nicer purple skins. And then this is also one of my top tier favorites. Like, this is just so nice. It's such a simplistic but also very unique skin, and I'm really glad they added this in. And now we move on to the Bangalore. This is the Frozen Loyalty. Honestly, it's pretty nice as well. I do quite like it, but I mean, I don't really use Bangalore very much, so you probably, even if I were to get this, you probably wouldn't see me with it on very much, because I do quite like the Halloween skins for Bangalore. But now we're moving on to the car. The car is a very simplistic skin. As you'll notice, a lot of these skins are pretty simple, but like nice in that way. And same goes for the car. It's quite simple, but still very nice. Yeah, you can already kind of notice a very recurring theme. It's all based with ice. So you can see there's ice, 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 ice everywhere. This skin, Elf made, I don't really care for very much. I'm not really a crypto person to begin with, and this skin I feel like doesn't really do him justice, and I just don't really care for him. But of course, I would love to hear your feedback on that. Now we move on to the Havoc skin, Cold Compress. It's another amazing skin. Like, it looks absolutely gorgeous. I just don't like the fact that it shines like this. I feel like in game that could be quite distracting, and you don't really need distractions like this because most of the time really flashy gun skins like this are already enough of a distraction as it is, and you want to be staying focused and keep your head on a swivel. And if you're like me and you get distracted pretty easily, I feel like this would be a big no-no. But you know, now we have main event. This is pretty cool. I like how they add in the double horn. You have the horns on the head coming out, which is pretty cool. Kind of gives me like a Krampus vibe. And then you got the horn here with the broken one here. Very interesting story that this skin kind of gives off. It's too bland. It's very simplistic, and I feel like there's so much more that could have been done to this, and so much more color that could have been added to it. But who knows? And now we move on to the PK. I don't like the skins with the fur here, so this is very blech for me. I don't care for it. Plus, I just don't like the build of it. And plus, you can see it's got some pretty bad iron sights right here. It's not really good iron sights. But I do like the front. Kind of reminds me of like a jaw almost. Got some teeth in there. It is pretty cool. But move on to the Valkyrie. Valkyrie skin, in my opinion, is probably one of the most top tier skins you can get out of this event. Yes, it is another recolor of one of her other skins, but I do really like the way they made her wings with the ice and the cherry blossom with the hints of pink on the jet, and it fits together so nicely. Like, this is easily the best skin out of the whole event, in my opinion. And it's really nice. You get the little ice missiles, and then of course, comparing to that, we also have a triple take skin based around this. It's very clean, very smooth, very nice. I like how they introduced the cherry blossoms, and it's got some moving parts, some flowing things, but it's still not very like in your face like the other one. But I also love this wood grain texture here. It's very amazing. And the little ropes here. So of course, as you know, the Valkyrie skin and the triple take are supposed to go together. But now we come here. This is another recolor. That's one thing you'll also notice. EA, for some reason, and we're gonna get into this later, added a lot of recolors in for the event, which in my opinion is pretty stupid. Like, I feel like they could have done something better with this and maybe just made it, or just made new skins altogether for everything, but they just decided to add recolors. And I mean, we can't blame them. They are a multi-billion-dollar company after all, so they make their own saves. But nonetheless, it is still a nice skin. I do like the blue, the black, the chainmail going on. It's very nice color scheme. I just wish it wasn't a recolor. I wish it was more handmade. But this is another recolor. This is for the Dark Realm. And yet again, I wish it wasn't a recolor. I wish I would have done something new, but it is still very nice. And we move on. We have another recolor. And I don't care for this skin's original counterpart at all. And the same goes for this one. I quite dislike this skin actually a lot, mostly because, like I said, I don't care for the skins with the fur. And I just never really cared for this skin in general. I don't really like to play Gibby very much, let alone with this skin or its original. And now we have the crappy R9 skin. Now, you guys are going to hear me talk a lot of smack about this because I dislike this R9 skin a lot. This one and its original counterpart that came out in the same event and season that this one did. And as you can see, they're just recycling content over and over and over and over. And I could care less for this skin. I think it's just kind of ugly in all honesty, and it's so snub-nosed, and it's not it for me. But you guys decide. And another thing that kind of irks me is, I'm pretty sure another streamer brought this up actually, but it's a very good solid point. during these older events, they used to give you like 2 to 3 packs, if not 4, for free, just for logging in, and they haven't been doing that. So now you got to pay the full price, and you don't have a chance. Even if you don't have the money, it kind of puts you at that halt. Because if you want something but you can't afford it, now you don't really have that accessibility to try to get something cool from the collection event. It's just, you pay the price of $700 for a single Apex pack, or 7,000 for 10, which in my opinion is so overpriced, and it's just a big money scheme in my opinion. That's all they're ever really doing. But we move on. Now, of course, it'd be cheaper. It's the cheaper route is to get these two right here, and then buy whatever packs you need afterwards. But of course, I've already went across these. In my opinion, this is so much money. It's fucking like 5K just for this crappy skin and 7 of the packs, and then $25 just for 3 packs in this crappy skin. But we also have the Lifeline skin back in the shop, which, no complaints. This is one of my more favorite Lifeline skins. So if you guys have been waiting for this to come back, good for you. It's here, and there's also 5 Apex packs with it. And we also have Riding Dirty. I never cared for the skin during when it first came out at all, actually. It's probably my least favorite Octane skin in the game. But, to each their own. If you guys like it, let me know. Now this is the GOAT of all time, of course. The Elegant Mechanics Pathfinder skin. I'm really hoping I'm going to be able to buy this. I'll see, and if I do, you guys will probably see me use it in a video soon to come. But of course, this beautiful, easily one of the best Pathfinder skins in the game, has come back with a big reveal, and it comes with this beautiful little emote: old bot, new tricks. Yeah, we move on. We have this Bloodhound skin, which is also pretty nice. It's very simplistic. Very, very simplistic, actually. But it's $5 for it, and it comes with 2 packs. So if you guys don't have really too much money, but you still want to get a pretty nice skin, I'd suggest going for that. And same thing with if you have like a couple Apex coins just laying around that you don't know what to do with, I'd suggest buying this, because this is also pretty nice. It's the No Surprises Wraith pose, just in case. I will run it back for you guys. It's a really nice pose, actually. I quite like it. And now we move on to the store. Of course, we have the Brother Bear Recolor, which is Panda, or Pandemonium, which is quite a cool skin, but I apologize to all the people that own the original skin to this, because you still have to pay an absurd amount just for it and some packs, and it's pretty dumb. Because no matter what, they come with Apex packs, which always bumps up the price. Even in the lower ones, it's 10 or 30, and you're still paying, in my opinion, not, or like, just too much. Especially for this Fuse skin. If you own the original to this, it really sucks that you have to pay for the recolor, or the Christmas event recolor, and you can't really wrap around it and just buy like the skin itself. You have to always pay that little bit extra with a pack, and in my opinion, it's a pretty bland skin too, and I don't really care for it, actually. Of course, we have the Dasher bundle back in action with Santa's Little Slayer, one of my more favorite EVA 8 skins in the game. We have one of the best Wattson skins, in my opinion, Shocking Stuffer, which is a play on words for stocking stuffer. And it just fits her character so well. Shocking Stuffer, her little quips that she does, it all fits together so nicely. And Pistol is a little too much for me, actually. I quite dislike that. And then we move on. We have the Claw Stick for all of you that have been waiting for Santa Claus Caustic to come back. He's here in action with the pistol. And we also have Stay Frosty, which was one of the rare skins for Bangalore, but is now back. So that's fun to see that EA is dropping the ball on rare items. For instance, the Pathfinder skin. I mean, I'm glad it's back because it gives me a chance to buy it, but they clearly don't care about the economical stance with items, because this was one of the rarest skins for Bangalore, and well, here it is for 18 bucks. But, so be it. People do them. And of course, it also comes with that crappy P20 skin. We come here, we have a little Happy Holidays pack bundle that comes with a Tiny Toons charm and 15 packs, which is 1,000. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you're making 5 extra pack profit, but it is the holidays. It is the holiday of giving. And I feel like they could have at least made something in this free, considering the fact that this whole event is based on nothing but money and a time of giving. But it's EA for you. What can we say? No, I am quite Pathy prone. As we all know, he is my main, so I'm gonna give this skin a great rating. Which, I mean, it deserves it. It's an amazing skin. He's got the peppermint styled with the beard and the gifts, and it's just so good. It's such a simplistic but very nice Pathfinder skin. And I do quite like the R9 skin it comes with. I just wish it wasn't the whole peppermints theme, but it makes sense because it goes along with him. And then you gotta love Mirage, and you gotta love his train conductor outfit that also comes with the R9. For you Revenant players, I see you guys are so ecstatic to see this come back to the shop. This is easily one of the top 10 best skins in the game for him. And, I mean, it's just so nice. Like, such a nice skin. And the L-Star skin is also quite a top tier skin in my opinion. With, like, the nice dark mahogany looking wood with the kind of fried out ice. And then you have, like, the magma heat up. It's quite interesting. Now, the Hag Frost, which is also, if I'm not mistaken, the rarest skin for crypto, is back yet again. What do you know? Skyrocketing the value of items daily. Thanks, EA. But, no complaints. I'd say some of you guys are probably happy to have this skin back. I personally don't care for it very much, but I do like the R301 skin that it comes with. And then we also have the Crystalline Perfection, which is also a pretty rare skin for Loba, but it's back. And this is not that bad of a Spitfire skin, but yet again, the fur just really throws me off. I don't really care for that at all, so without the fur, I'd give it probably like a 9. With it, I've got to drop it down to about a 2. Now, of course, we have the original, the myth, the legend, Brother Bear with the R9. And now we move to featured. We now have the Solar Soldier back in the shop. So those of you who have been really wanting this Bangalore skin, go crazy. It's back. And for those of you like me, who could care less for the Bangalore skin and are just here for the best, or in my opinion, one of the best R301 skins in the game, the Amethyst Apathy. It's here. It's finally here. And now we move on. We have the Outland Explorer bundle for Watson. It's a pretty bland skin in my opinion. I don't really care for it very much. Same thing with its alternator skin. I could care less for it in my opinion. I like the gold accents, but meh. But this is where it's at. The Spread the Wealth. Dropping the Nessies and gifts, and it's just so perfect. Honestly love it. And if you don't want to pay all of that for it, don't worry. You can pay $10 exactly just for the Skydive emote, which I feel like should only be valued at about $5. But as we stated, this is where the money grabbing comes into play. And then they brought, for some reason, with this crappy Revenant skin, a decent little hollow spray, and this just awful banner. But we move. Now, for those of you guys who like to play Watson and you have the Strange Attractor skin, good news for you. You've probably seen it already, but we have the Ruby Jewel skin out, and it's probably one of my most favorite recolors for her. And it's so nice in my opinion, absolutely great. But now, for those of you guys that have it, go free and go get it. And we also have this skin in the game, the Flying Warhawk. It's back in action. And this is the recolor for it. And, you know, it's quite nice. Like I said, I don't really care very much for the original. I mean, it's suited as a blue skin, but I do quite like the yellow, black, white with the tiny hints of gray. I like that contrast. It's pretty nice. And now we move here to the monthly. This is the Gibraltar edition. One of the nicest skins I've seen for him. And honestly, I fucking love this devotion skin. Absolutely love it. Like, I think this whole bundle is pretty much worth it just for the devotion skin, but you also get, you know, 5 epic specs. And then we also have the Gas Buster Caustic back for all you Caustic mains. And one of my favorite R9 skins, the Dangerous Game. We have Dress to Impress back in the item shop. Probably my least favorite skin for Bangalore, in all honesty. And this is a pretty mid skin, but you got your Romeo Mirage. For those of you who've been waiting for this to come back, it's here. We have the Arctic Blaster. It's a pretty bland skin, but it's $5. And then we have a Christmas themed purple alternator skin, which isn't really that bad. This I actually do quite like a lot. I like all the color waves you got going on here. I like how holographic it looks. But like I said, I feel like I'd get too distracted if I were to actually use this in game. But nonetheless, it is still a pretty nice skin. And then we turn and we have a Christmas version of it pretty much. Here we have the Flatline. And we have the bundle for Cold Fury. This is the Cold Snap R9, which is a really nice blue skin in my opinion. It's actually quite clean. I don't know, it's a nice little blue skin. And then we also have the Flurry, which is another really nice skin. Alright. Can you guys hear me? Hello. Can you guys hear me? Okay, sorry if you guys heard an echo. I was making sure the thing's alright. My mic came unplugged. That is my fault. Deepest apologies. But now we move. We've got the Snow Crystal Lifeline skin for 500. It's too much for me in my opinion. I don't care for it, but you know, if you do you. Same thing with the crypto thing. It's a bit much, but we have the Wreath or Wreath, however you want to do that, you know. But it's still, I don't know how to put it. It's not a very appealing skin to me. We have a Deep Freeze, which is another really nice skin. For it to just be a purple, it's really nice. I also like the little face right here. But we have the Azure Gaze, which is another nice skin for crypto. This one actually, in my opinion, kind of puts on a pretty good show for him. I also really like this gold detailing. And then this skin's pretty bland, pretty basic, but it's pretty nice at the same time. I mean, you get the really nice etched in designs on this, the Yeah, you know, the blue coils, all this nice stuff. Got the kind of like old rustic look to it. It's pretty nice. And now we move on to here. Dashing through the snow. If you guys end up buying the reindeer bundle for Octane, there's your pose for you. And here's the pose for Mirage. But that's pretty much it. Okay, here. I'll give you guys a quick rundown of this. As you can see, I have already played a good bit, but you can get the Wintertide Avalanche badge, which is, you know, you just deal 15,000 damage. It's really not that hard. And then you get a little dual Ice Axe charm. You also get a pretty interesting little hollow spray here to break the ice. And then we come here and we also have this pretty decent little alternator skin, which, I mean, this is probably one of the best parts about it. It's all free, so you guys, if you just do your grinding, you can get all of this stuff for free. You don't have to pay a single penny. And I mean, you still make it out with a pretty nice Christmas exclusive event skin. And then we come over here. Of course, you have the continuous challenges that are always, you know, going. But yeah, that is the event. Oh yeah, here, I'll show you guys the Wraith skin too, just in case. This is tier 1. Honestly, I'll say this now, I like to play Wraith sometimes, but if I were to get this, I would never use like the first or second tier. I'd only use the third, because the third, in my opinion, is my favorite tier of the evolution. I don't care for 1 and 2. Plus, I mean, the third, you also get this badass finishing. But there you go. That is the Wintertide event. Here soon I should have some content coming out on actually playing the event, so if you guys are down to see that, then, you know, like I said, subscribe, turn post notifications on, so that way every time I go live or I upload, you guys will be notified and you won't ever miss another video. And, you know, let's keep the holidays going, and I hope you all have an actual just amazing day. But without further ado, stay frosty, guys, and, you know, just stay happy. Enjoy the holidays.